Was it a mistake? Did he F up? Yeah, but so we're building up, man. Building up to a big game. FA Cup semi-final. We've played each other twice, draw twice, very close games. And we're now about to now say what's up. So, FA Cup semi. And of course, it's can Chelsea stop City from winning the FA Cup after City went out against Real Madrid? Could this be a huge job for Chelsea winning the FA Cup? Can City react from that disappointing Real Madrid loss and now say what's up to get in an FA Cup final? Potentially a repeat of the FA Cup final of United against City if United do beat Coventry. Let's be real. Coventry can still say what's up. Had you right? So lots of narratives going through. Pep narrative, Poch narrative, Chelsea narrative, City narrative. But I think the real storyline here that everyone is focused on is the dude on the right. And that's your boy, Colby, Nat King Goal. This is what everyone is pretty much getting focused on. So naturally, ahead of the game, he was asked because, Cole Palmer has been Chelsea's best player. Like, that's not even being, it is, he has been a freaking revelation. An amazing outstanding player, dropping like a freaking 4. He saw the game crazy. He's been an outstanding player, absolutely amazing. And I think he has surprised and shocked everyone by how good he was. We all knew that he was talented. People didn't think he would be doing this against a bomb-ass trash team coached by a bomb. So naturally, people say, "Yo, Pep, you had this gem with you. How did you allow him to go?" So the notion is, Pep, you made a mistake here. Look at how good this guy is, and you could have had him. And to have a gem on the bench, boom, imagine it's 1-1. We're trying to find the winner. If you could bring on a Cole P in the game against Real Madrid, who knows what he could have done to help open things up and give you that dub, leading into a UCL semi. So Pep said, look, all right, let me address this and now put all this crap to bed now. So Pep said, no, I didn't give him the minutes that maybe he deserved. And he's getting them at Chelsea. And I said completely why he left. He's a lovely guy, a shy guy, and he has incredible potential. I'm happy for him. He was asking for 2 seasons to leave. Now that's key. That is key. We have to stop there. For 2 seasons, he was asking to leave. And I'm going to elaborate on that. And I said, no, stay. And he said, no, I want to leave. So what can we do? I said in the preseason, stay because Mahrez is gone. And he said, no, I want to leave. After 2 seasons, what can I say? So go play at that level. City can now call themselves a big club. They've won a treble. They've won the UCL. And they're currently colonizing and devaluing and completely, totally menstruating the English Premier League. And if you're a big club, you can't be held surrounded by any player. If a player says, I want to leave, you ask him, oh no, stay, and he reiterates, I want to leave, move. Go. So, for me, there is nothing wrong with what happened there. Because I'm sure Pep would have wanted him to stay, but if a guy is saying, I want to leave, you can't force him to stay. See, if you're a small club, you will force a player to say, like, oh, no, stay, because we need you so much. Guys, this is Pep Guardiola here. Despite my views towards him and how I feel about him, I can still say the guy has an excellent eye for talent. And he knows what makes a quality player and a brick. And he knows potential, can see potential. And I'm sure he knew the potential of Cole Palmer. But if a guy says that he wants to leave, you must trust in yourself as a manager and as a dude that, okay, fine, cool. Because, guys, let's not get it twisted here. This is still Pep Guardiola, who is destroying the Premier League. Now, Championship Pep is a whole other story. But let's keep it to England right now. He has already created the greatest legacy in Premier League history, and he might do 4 in a row. So his success speaks for itself. So Pep Guardiola is like, okay, all because we have lost Cole Palmer and is not doing amazing things at Chelsea. How does that change things? Because the story can still end where, without Cole Palmer to go, he's cooking for Chelsea, who were struggling in mid-table, but we just won our 4th Premier League in a row. So did we miss him? No. Now, would having Cole Palmer have helped City? I'm sure, 100%. But you see, this stuff is complicated. This stuff is very complex because Palmer's been given a very different role. He's been given a different role at Chelsea. You see, at City, he'd still be eased in because there's so much talent there. And the team ain't going to be built around you. And you're not going to have that notion where you are that main guy. Although, like one of his last few games for City was that Super Cup where he got that late equalizer against Sevilla. But I think that we can't just say that if he had stayed at City, he'd do what he's doing at Chelsea. Because at Chelsea, it's where you're now the main guy and you have more authority. You have a lot more responsibility and there's a lot more freedom to now be able to play how you want to play. So he's been given a lot more freedom at Chelsea than he would be given at City. So, but the notion is he wanted to leave. So the narrative isn't that, he wanted to stay and then he was forced out and pushed out, because I think that was the narrative. The narrative that seemed to be playing out was, he was pushed out and Pep didn't really see the talent in him. This is like, no, Pep knew what the talent was. But if a young player says, I want to leave, and a young player can't stay and say what's up, okay, boom. Because let's keep it that Palmer is super talented. But we ain't talking about young Messi or young Arnold, where if a young Arnold says, I want to leave, I'm pointing in a nuke to him, to his head and his freaking family. Young Arnold, you're going nowhere. Younger Messi, you're going nowhere. So a 18, 19-year-old Messi or R9, you're going nowhere, bro. Because I know that you are the next big thing. Okay, Palmer's talented. Palmer ain't a teenage Arnold or a teenage Messi or a teenage Neymar. No. So Pep was like, okay, fair enough. But we can live with it. Because we are Man City. And we're not beholden to one player. And I know that at the end of the day, my philosophy, my tactics, and my strategy is what is keeping us on number one and has this bum-ass thing called the Farmers League, aka the Premier League, in a chokehold. But you say to yourself that long term, they haven't replaced him. Because that's why he mentioned Mahrez. Because Mahrez was huge for City. Huge. And I think that is where the role that Palmer would have taken would have been taking Mahrez's role. And we can now see the kind of things that Palmer is able to do. So not having that replacement has been problematic. Foden is not a wide player. Bernardo Silva, he's sort of on his way out. So having that young dude for the next 5, 6, 7 years to hold down that flank role, boom. So that is maybe where the losses, and City, they need a replacement for Mahrez. And the replacement was supposed to be Cole P. But guys, I'll level with you guys. I'll level with you. When he signed, I was like, sloppy seconds. Why we be giving City sloppy seconds? Because we saw too little of it. And from what I saw at City, So see, keep in mind from Pep's point of view, was anybody rating Palmer based on what we saw from him at City? We're like, okay, he's pretty good. Yeah, he's doing his thing. But nobody was raving at him. And he wasn't doing what Messi was doing in training, where Dino and all the senior players were like, what's it called? Rijkaard. Get this kid in there. Because that's what happened. How Messi got promoted to the senior team was Dino, and so all the senior players went to Rijkaard and was like, Frank, I know he's young. No, get this guy in the team. This guy's really ridiculous. He's ready. He's young, but no, this kid is freaking ready. We don't know what the hell Arnana was doing at PSV. Freaking, and I think, Arnon is still the youngest ever winner of the Ballon d'Or. So those were truly special talents. So Cole Palmer didn't show us anything to say, oh my gosh, this is the next big thing. But a change of environment can really do things for you. And the kinds of things this guy's doing it's ridiculous. His football IQ, his skills, his footballing intelligence, his ability on the ball, the spaces he finds. Like, this is a truly talented player. I did not think for 1 second the player that we're seeing here is what we saw at City. What we saw at City in what this kid is doing. And with every weekend, everything that he's done, I'm like, whoa, this is a genuine talent. This is a genuine talent. This is like football. Like I told you, I never rated Lampard, Gerrard, any of these dudes. But Foden, I'm Foden. I'm on the Foden train. Foden, that's a footballer. And just like in the mold of a Foden, of a Bellingham, this is a footballer right here. You see, Saka, Foden, Bellingham, this kid right here, these are ballers. Not ballers, not ballers. Ballers. So, and I think for Cole Palmer, I think he made the right decision. Like, it's paid off. Because if he stayed at City, would you be guaranteed first team every single time? Or would he just be a big part player? Now he's in a team where he's one of the first teams on the team sheets. And so, put it this way. If he stayed at City, people wouldn't be talking about Cole Palmer the way they're talking about him now. So the unfortunate thing is just how trash the team is and how the team is struggling. But for him as a player, he could very well play his way into a Euro squad. If he had stayed at City with the amount of competition there is there, would he have played his way into Euro squad? Doubtful. But here is like, bro, this is a guy who is carrying a trash team. And his performances speak for itself. So for Cole Palmer, 100%, this was a great decision. This is a 100% great decision. And he's black. He's part of the brothers. So, but overall, did Pep make a mistake allowing Cole Palmer to go? No. Like, so obviously, I say it just to sound funny. Like, you have to, but being real, no. Because it's still Pep Guardiola. And Pep Guardiola will find another quality player. Or Pep Guardiola will make another player truly amazing. And the nature of City is a team not reliant on one singular player. It's not. But you say to yourself, though, that you look at that Real Madrid game. What if you could bring on a Cole Palmer into that game? Because remember what he did in the Super Cup? What if you could bring in a Cole Palmer? Perhaps Cole Palmer changes the course of that game. Because you bring in a Kovacic, you bring in an Alvarez. They didn't really change things. But Cole Palmer, based on his ability and the way that he plays, he could have offered something new and would have maybe offered something that could really help them in that game. So in that instance, you might say, it's a potentially mistake. But big picture-wise, it's Man City. It's Pep Guardiola. These guys have ridiculous resources. So losing out on Cole Palmer isn't going to stop City's dominance over the Premier League and of English football. And even moving forward, they may find another quality player. We're now hearing they're looking at Lucas Paqueta. So they're losing Cole Palmer right now. They could get Lucas Paqueta, who I don't rate him that highly, but he's a quality player. But now you now take Lucas Paqueta and you give him to Pep Guardiola in that system who knows what he could freaking do and the kind of player that he could become now. So City could lose one and gain another. But from Chelsea's point of view, what a freaking dub. What a freaking dub. Because you say, if Chelsea get a proper manager, actually have proper, better recruitment and improve the team, get rid of some bums like Conor Gallagher, Chilwell and all these clowns, and you build a team around him with proper ballers on his wavelength, Chelsea could be a very interesting team. They could be a very interesting team. Now, let's not go into Zola Hazard territory because Zola and Hazard are special players. So let's just not go there. But Cole Palmer could be a shining light of a future Chelsea team. But for that to happen, different manager, and this team needs a rebrand. Senior players, experienced players, a better setup. Because you can't go forward with an orphanage. Because at the end of the day, he's still young. And the thing though is, Cole Palmer can't be an elite team's main best quality player. I'll give you a good example. Lamine Yamal is 16. He's one of the best young talents in the world. And Yamal is arguably one of Barca's best players. But a Gundogan is still there. A Lewandowski is still there. But specifically, a Gundogan is still there. And despite how good Yamal is and one of the best players, Gundogan is a senior player who's one of the best players on that team and one of the most important players on that team. That matters. So it's not all on Yamal. The issue with Chelsea is it's all on Cole Palmer. There is no other senior player who is at a high level. And he is so far ahead of everyone else on the team. For me, that is problematic. So Chelsea need a Gundogan, a experienced older players who also one of the best players in the team. That means that not everything is on Cole Palmer. So he can do his role, but it isn't a thing of where, oh, it all hinges on me, because that is extremely unprofessional of a big club. If you're a proper big club, you can't be reliant on a prepubescent. That can be one of your best players, but you can't be reliant on him. When Messi was coming through, he was one of Barca's best players. But it wasn't all on him. Dino was still there. Eto'o was still there. Puyol was still there. So you still have to have those senior players who can help to usher in the young stars. And the young stars, he feeds off of that of those senior players. So again, it goes back to Chelsea's recruitment and how it works. So, but for Cole P, we thank you, Pep.